For this hunt, we decided to return to familiar territory. Simon and I have hunted these hills a few times over the years and were interested to see how the land and deer population had fared since we last visited. Simon did a good job to navigate the mighty multicoloured courier through the various river crossings, dodging some gnarly rocks that have claimed a sump or two in their time. Joseph, Michael and Logan are the fresh faces on this trip. Logan is relatively new to the hunting scene, whereas Mike and Joe have done a bit of farm hunting but had never been out while the stags are rutting, so we hit the hills with the hopes of bagging these lads an animal. It certainly didn't take long to hear our first piece of the action.
Straight away heard some roars up in the hills there, so we've decided to do a quick excursion and go and see what we're dealing with. Not really sure, a bit of a distant roar, so could be anything, but see how we go.
A halfway toilet stop was the only reason we had the chance to hear this stag roaring. Since we'd got away early in the morning, we thought we'd have a go at tracking this one down since we had some time up our sleeves. Across a river and a short bash through some native forest would get us within reply distance.
Just get a bit more out of that creek. Just hope that maybe he's still roaring, but we just can't hear him.
This stag's sporadic roars proved difficult to track down. With it being so early in the trip, we had to decide whether he was worth pursuing.
You can't gauge the sound and how it travels. Yeah. Sometimes it can sound like there's one over that side, but it's actually on the same side of the valley as you will, but it just bounces off the hill. Yeah. So yeah, see that? Yeah, that's him there.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, it's just up that gut up here. It's also quite hard to pinpoint and hard to tell. Could have even been on the front face. Yeah.
No luck, unfortunately. Bit of wee stag roaring away, but then as we moved in a bit closer, it decided to not roar anymore. So we're half waiting for, once we get back down to the truck, for it to see us cross the river and start revving back up again. It's usually the way. Whew.
This spot is subject to a lot of hunter pressure and can be quite busy at times. With that in mind, it was still in the air if we could hunt this area. For safety reasons, if there were too many hunters in the same block, we would have to pull pin and go elsewhere. As we arrived at the hut, we checked the intentions book, and with a great stroke of luck, all of the other parties were planned to be in different areas to us. So we set out to try and lure a deer our way with the remaining light we had left. We'd heard some faint roars when we were at the hut around this part of the valley, but it was pretty, quiet. There was very little fresh sign around, and despite our best efforts, we got no replies to our roars. We weren't overly confident we were going to pull a trophy animal out of this particular part of the block, but we wanted to get a stag in close and show these boys the rush of the roar. As the sun started setting, we were able to pick up some distant roars, but nothing close enough to pursue. We started to lose hope in the idea of seeing any deer this evening, but in classic fashion, almost exactly as it was too dark to shoot, this fella piped up nearby. We got good replies from the stag right up until he approached the bush edge. It was clear these animals knew to hold tight until the sun set completely, so he was safe tonight.
Just cruise down the valley again, back down the track, just go slow, just keep watching out.
By this time we were all pretty keen for a feed, and the idea of a warm hut was pretty inviting, so we made our way back.
it's only been the last.
With this hunt only being a weekend trip, we were up and at 'em early. We planned to walk to the next hut on the track and push to some higher glassing ground from there.
Just walking up to the hut. Met a hunter last night. As we got the valley to ourselves, so we're just hunting up the valley. And on the walk up, we're over the stag. Across this creek. Just gonna go for a little bush stalk. Not sure where he's gone. We seemed to like cross the river, start going up the hill, and he just went quiet. I think we had the wind, but with it, he heard us going through the river. I'm not sure. No luck. We stalked across the river, and he was coming in pretty hot. I think we under-anticipated how quick he was coming into us. So as we were kind of crossing the river, we heard him down quite low. Yeah, a lot of the stags that have been around the area that we've been roaring have been kind of holding put. Hence why we were a little bit complacent coming in quite close, because, I don't know, we heard him roaring up in that gut. And then next minute he was kind of right just by a clearing. He may have even seen us coming across. So. Radio silence out here now. March, Ben Nigel and Sky shot 2 stags, a 16 and 8. 31st of March.
The Hut book always makes for an interesting read. Not only are these books effective for safety uses, but it's cool to get an insight into what these hills have seen over the years. We decided to have a quick glass from the hut and see if anything presented itself. Joe, Mike, Logan and I decided there wasn't any deer around, until Simon had a look. And almost immediately, his impressive glassing skills paid dividends. A stag on a distant face. He didn't look too bad through the binos, but the spotting scope was needed to confirm his potential.
By the biggest rocks on the left side. He was just sort of walking his way up the spur. He was beside a pine tree. Yeah, right, big smooth gravel face. Yeah. It comes down, and there's a lone pine tree at the bottom of it.
Oh yeah.
It's just below that.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
See him?
No. I can see the pine tree though.
Nice, yeah, it's probably about 5 metres to the right of that.
There's a lone pine
5
tree.
to 10 metres to the right of that.
The tops on that thing is incredible.
Yeah, Simon and Mike would be a pretty deadly combo on that, I reckon.
If Mikey, you're right.
I'll be keen.
Oh, he's got beautiful tops. If we do get a chance, you don't mind if I'm shooting though?
Go ahead.
It was decided. Mike and Simon were going to traverse this spur up valley from the Stag's position, which involved some pretty tough bashing through wilding pines, and once the bush line was broken, they had to carry on all the way to the top ridge and circle around back down valley to end up on the saddle where the seriously impressive Stag was spotted. It was too hard to climb directly towards the Stag, so they had to take the longer but easier route.
Good luck, fellas. Go well.
Boys are heading off for a bit of a mish. We just spotted a pretty humongous stag, as you've probably seen before in the video. The top team there, the two fittest guys, we decided should probably hit it.
2 guns.
Yep, and us fat staying back here.
You need to point at me, bro.
Once those boys set off, it got me thinking. On previous trips we had seen deer on that same face we glassed from the hut, but Simon had warned us it was not worth bashing up there as it was a particularly difficult area to traverse. I suppose there may be exceptions to the rule. We were pretty pumped to see if they would have any luck. Meanwhile, the B team set off on their own mission, but we certainly weren't smashing any land speed records.
The hardcore guys have gone, and you live with us. We found a clearing, and we're just glassing at trees and bushes. A few bushes though, you found plenty of bushes. Haven't heard anything, let our one roar. And we're just deciding what to do next. Do we head up the valley, look for new country and see if we can hear anything? Or do we head back down and find a new spot? But we're pretty lazy, we don't want to climb the meters. Anyways, we're about to break out the diary soon, so it could be game over from there.
Wait.
After a rather leisurely stroll, we decided it was time to get out of the elements, park up for the evening, and conspire about Simon and Michael's movements.
So, essentially, we had a little bit less luck by the sounds. I think we ran into a few campers up on a wee clearing just by the hut here, and they seemed to think that Simon and, well, they heard shots. They heard shots up the valley, 3 of them, which could mean one of many things. Who knows? It could be that he hit the first shot, wasn't sure if it was a good shot or not, put another one into it, and then for good luck put a third in. Who knows? It's all just guesswork at the end of the day, isn't it?
That's right.
But so they shouldn't be far away. Oh yeah. Speaking oh man, that is classic.
The fellas.
Yeah, the boys now.
Hello, man.
How the hell are you?
Hey, say hello to the camera, mate.
How are you?
How are we?
That's some timing. Yeah.
Good timing. Big interview session, is it?
Yeah.
Back for another 2 hours or something.
9:30 was my guess. 9:30 was my guess.
Did you hear us, did you?
No, but apparently they heard 3 shots.
Oh yeah, good ears, good ears.
Oh, so you let off some shots?
Yeah, I was just got a little bit lost up there, so I was like, I need help. So the helicopter just took me up, dropped me off down the river.
Oh, that's why you're back so quick.
Yeah.
So, Tal?
It was good and good up there.
Yeah?
It's going good, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
How many stags did we see?
Depends if you count the bloody
The small ones.
small ones and that.
Yeah.
I reckon it was the other one's the same one, eh?
Yeah. Would have been 6 stags or something.
Did you see the one?
The one. Saw the one.
Oh.
Yeah. He's dead.
Mission attempt. Got to climb a f***ing hill. It's a good stag, so just got to get on him. Not too bad, Tommy. And just push through those pines. Oh, Mikey looks pretty good there. He's not even slightly tired.
Put the pack on.
hasn't gotten easier. I'm above the tree line anyway. Seen 5 stags now. One gave us the slip. Just going to try and get a bullet into a nice big 10. Didn't quite work out. Disappeared into the pines. And now what? We're pushing over the ridge to try and find that big bastard. Fingers crossed. Recording this is actually my way of forcing myself to have a break. What a day.
That's a solid hit. Should I put another one in? It stops now. Finish him off, eh? Oh, yes. It missed. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh! Yeah! Man, it's been some years waiting for a stag like that. Man, how good is that, eh? He just like pops up out of the bush, hinds barking. Whew. Doesn't matter what time we get back to that now. Shit.
Man, be fizzing.
Man, that's shoulder mount material. Sorry about all the curse words, but holy shit!
Fuck yeah.
Good to have seen him earlier today and be able to just climb up the shitty old hill with lots of scrub and finally lay eyes on him again and got the deed done at 97 metres. Pretty good. Next bloody ripper. Not very often I pull the triggers. Good to do once in a while. Nah, pretty happy, eh? Pretty wrapped.
So bloody good.
Well, here we are. On our way down. 5 to 6. Got a little bit of distance to cover, haven't we? It's all good. It's part of it. Getting into some nice steep antics. Dropping down waterfalls.
Yeah, well, days.
Good days.
Still good though.
Got a bit of a mishap. Done himself a mischief. Got to keep on pushing. 7 PM. He's still away from the hut.
So, Tal, did you see the one?
Saw the one. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
No way! Oh my god!
Man, how was it?
Well, we just popped over that ridge and we were watching 3 little young stags running around just down below us on the scrub line, eh? And then the bigger 10 came up out of the gully this side, came up roaring his head off. It's quite good. He was
Speak of the devil.
real vocal.
Speaking of the devil.
Yeah. just came up, started walking up towards us, towards the roars.
Jeez,
It was mean.
that's a fantastic result.
100 metres.
100 metre shot.
100 metres, 97 metres.
Oh my god.
That up right there.
Hit him right in the boiler room.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It just took him a bit to. So the second shot missed, skimmed the top of his neck because he was facing away from me. He only really gave me a sort of a little bit of his neck to shoot at.
Yeah.
And it just skimmed the top of his hair. And then the third shot just put him down.
If we're being completely honest, because of our previous results from this area and the popularity of this particular piece of public land, we weren't exactly confident that it would provide really good deer numbers or any stags worth writing home about. But clearly deer followed no rules. We were in the right place at the right time. It was a shame we weren't able to bag these boys their own deer, but it was just as rewarding to see Simon pull the trigger after so many years waiting for something of that calibre to show face. Another primo weekend in the hills and another great memory to add to the bag. Thanks for watching. See you on the next hunt.